that massive swamp that has been the main focus of this nonstop search for Brian Laundrie. It is 24,000 acres, nearly the size of Disney World. It's full of trails and water. It's also infested with alligators and snakes. Much has been made about Brian Laundrie's survivalist skills based on his hobbies and his experiences, both camping and hiking. But tonight, someone who has been in that swamp, in fact, lives near it, says he is confident that Brian Laundrie is not there, can't be there. Alan McEwen is joining us live from Northport tonight. Alan, appreciate your time. So you know this preserve. You have grown up in this area since you were a kid. You've been walking these grounds. You don't think that anybody could survive in this swamp for days. Tell us why.
Well, we're looking at 12 to 13 days now, and we're sitting here underwater. Basically, it's 90% underwater, and any animal that's out there that is not a reptile or anything like that clearly has gone for higher ground. And it's, again, like I say, 90% underwater there. Basically, about a year ago, I had a couple cows get out, and I had to go over there and look for them under the same conditions as we're at right now. And I spent 5 weeks looking for one cow in this wetland, and we were able to find some dry spots in some areas 2.5, 3, 4 miles up.
Right. I hear what you're saying, but I mean, a big difference between a cow and a guy who doesn't want to be found, right?
Well, on a guy that doesn't want to be found, and like I said, our cattle don't want to be found when they're in there themselves either. But what I'm trying to say is, with this water being as wet as it is, all the animals that are out there now are looking for higher ground.
Right. So
the only thing that's not is snakes and alligators.
Sorry, walk us through what it's like out there. I mean, whether you're out there on foot or you're in one of these swamp buggies, I mean, the challenges that you, having gone out there, the searchers right now are facing. I mean, what is it like? What are the obstacles that you face? It's
wet. There's marsh everywhere. Even in the palmettos that they're running over now, they're running into wetlands. It is completely marsh. I've rode horses back there, and we have buried our horses chest deep, sunk them, had to pull them out. Walking along anywhere in there, you can sink.
Right.
And alone, if the mosquitoes aren't going to get you, anything else is, the bugs. You know, the theory of him being eaten by alligators or something like that is not going to happen in this place.
You know, I'm curious about these cameras. I mean, you've been out on that reserve for years. We're told there are some cameras that might have caught some footage. You've been working with the investigative teams as well. Can you glean any light or information on what those might have revealed in terms of why they continue to search day after day out there? Looks like we lost Alan McEwen. Oh, I'm being told he's back. Alan, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You know,
Oh,
I think FWC put some cameras up out there. Certain people do, to make sure there's no poaching or anything like that going on. And basically, the only people that can go out there is horseback riders, bicyclists, and hikers. And sometimes they have game cameras up to see if they can see people, catch people, animals coming in and out at certain times, different times. And some game cameras are very, very good, like the ones you see here with pigs and little sows running with them. But in some are not very good. So, you know, seeing somebody on a game camera under these conditions, it might be hard to exactly say who it is or
right. I guess
who it can be.
Many of us wonder if they might have spotted something that keeps them going back out there day after day. Alan, the other thing that I wonder about, and this is speculation by many, is that if there was a dead body out there, if Brian Laundrie had taken his own life and he is out in that swamp somewhere, there would also be indication of that in terms of the environment around him, correct?
Well, yes, ma'am. Any animal you see out on a ranch, I've rode a horse across there, seen 100 buzzards flying in one area. And when I get there, it could be a squirrel, something as small as a raccoon or anything like that. But anything that is going to be dead out there, there will be buzzards flying. That's only human nature. And as far as we can see across the skies here, there are no buzzards flying in the air right now. Again, like I say, 90% of your animals, except for the reptiles, have moved on to drier land, looking for a drier spot to get to.
And
We
because
haven't
of,
seen any deer dogs lately running around like we usually do. It's out of the norm.
right.
The park across the street from my house, which is Mike Hackey State Park, is all the way up to our road underwater.
Wow.
It's underwater everywhere.
Based on all of what you're telling me, you don't think Brian Laundrie is out there dead or alive?
No, ma'am. And, you know, I've had people say, well, a gator got him. Well, gators are more afraid of you than you are of them. We're not in a country club or a golf course where there's so many gators laying around where you can just walk up to them, say hello, how are you, or take your iron and chip up on the green with a gator sitting there. They get used to you. These gators in these woods, I've walked up to them and they'll be sitting there and they'll catch you before you see them, and they jump in the air and they're gone. They're not used to people.
I'll take your word for that.
Well, that's just the way it is. But and if a gator had gotten anybody or anything of any certain size, they don't eat it right away, unless maybe something small, a rabbit or a bird or something, you know, but not to make any, we hope this doesn't happen, but a gator will take anything of any size that they kill and they take it to the bottom and they bury it 10, 12, 14 days and let it set till it rots before they eat it. So even if something happened to somebody, well, I'm not trying to, you know.
Right. Well, I mean, I think at this point
but they would pick up the body with the infrared.
Right. You know what? I'm going to have to take your word for that, Alan. I sure as heck hope I never find myself in that swamp alone at any point.
I don't want to see anybody there.
I agree with you. Listen, I know that there are a lot of challenges for these teams of searchers out there tonight, and I appreciate you giving us your insight because you've been out there. You've spent decades out there, and you know it better than anybody. So appreciate it, and we'll have you back to talk Gators in the future.
Well, thank you, and I want to appreciate all the law enforcement for everything they're doing for us out there. They are working their butts off. I can promise you that. They're working hard for us.
Day after day. Alan McEwen, thank you for your time.